Stop right where you are, my child. Do not let your thumb move another inch across that screen, for this is not a random occurrence of an algorithm or a mere coincidence of timing. I have deliberately reached out across the vastness of the digital void to intercept your path at this very second, because there is something moving in the shadows that you cannot yet see. I have staged this divine intervention to shield you from a trajectory that was leading you toward a hidden pitfall. You have been running so fast, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, but I am here now to tell you to breathe. Feel the sudden stillness in the air around you. Notice how the noise of the world seems to fade as my voice reaches the quietest chambers of your heart. You are not here by chance. You are here by my command, for I have seen the snares laid for your feet, and I have stepped in to block the way of the adversary. Can you feel it? My precious one, do you feel that sudden quickening in your chest, that rhythmic pounding of your heart that feels like a drumbeat echoing in a hollow hall? That is not anxiety, though the world would try to label it so. That is your spirit recognizing the frequency of its creator. It is the deep calling unto deep, a soul recognition that the Father is speaking directly to his chosen child. You have felt like a leaf tossed in a storm, wondering if anyone truly sees the silent battles you fight behind closed doors. But I am telling you now that I have never taken my eyes off you. I have watched your every struggle, and I have chosen this specific moment to break through the static of your life. Before I reveal the specific blessing that is even now navigating its way to your doorstep, I need you to declare your presence in this sanctuary of light. Do not let this moment pass in silence. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of heaven and acknowledge that you are ready to receive what I have prepared for you. My child, look closely at the signs around you, for the season of wandering is drawing to a rapid close, and a doorway of divine destiny is swinging shut. There is an urgency in my spirit today that I must convey to you, a warning of a silent peril that has been circling your life like a shadow in the periphery of your vision. This danger does not always come with a roar. Often it arrives as a slow erosion of your peace, a subtle distraction designed to pull you away from the path I have carved for you. You have felt an unexplained restlessness lately, a sense that something is looming just beyond the horizon. Know that the enemy has sought to capitalize on your weariness, hoping to strike while you are vulnerable and isolated. But I am your fortress, and I am closing the door on the adversary's access to your soul. This message is the final alarm before the shift begins, a divine barrier placed between you and the harm that was intended for your household and your future. The window of opportunity to align your spirit with this protection is narrow, and I do not want you to be left standing outside when the storm breaks. If you can feel the weight of my presence surrounding you in this room right now, if you sense that these words are the life raft you have been praying for, then do not walk this path alone. I invite you to join this family of believers and press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are signaling your agreement with the heavens and sealing this mantle of protection over your life today. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away from this sanctuary of light. This act of faith is your first step in building the wall that the enemy cannot scale. Stay with me, for I am about to reveal why you have been the target of such intense pressure, and how I am turning that very pressure into the power that will propel you into your glorious future. My beloved, come closer, for I want to whisper a truth that your weary soul has been longing to hear. I have seen you. I have seen the moments when you thought the world was blind to your struggle. I saw you in those dark, quiet hours of the night when the rest of the world was asleep, but you were wide awake, staring at the ceiling with a heart so heavy it felt like it might shatter. I saw the tears that didn't even have the strength to fall, the ones that stayed locked inside, burning your eyes and your spirit. You have put on a mask of strength for so long, smiling for the sake of others while you were crumbling internally. I saw you in the bathroom, washing your face with cold water, trying to hide the evidence of your grief before stepping back out into a life that demands everything from you, but offers so little in return. You are not invisible to me. Every sigh you have breathed in the solitude of your car, every silent prayer whispered through clenched teeth, and every "I'm fine" that was actually a cry for help has reached my ears. I was there in the silence, holding you when you felt most alone, even when you couldn't feel my hand upon your shoulder. I have seen the way you look into the mirror and find a stranger staring back at you. I know the questions that haunt your mind. Why is it always so hard? Why does it feel like for every step forward I am pushed 3 steps back? I have watched you endure the stings of betrayal from people you poured your life into. I saw the look in your eyes when those you trusted turned their backs, or when they spoke words that cut deeper than any blade. You have felt the crushing weight of being misunderstood, of being judged by those who have never walked a mile in your worn-out shoes. I know the bitterness of the "why me" that escapes your lips when the bills pile up, when the body feels weak, or when the loneliness becomes a physical ache in your chest. You have felt like a sacrificial lamb, giving and giving until there is nothing left but dust. But I want you to know that those tears were not wasted. They were seeds. Every drop of sorrow you shed in secret has been collected in my bottle. You are not being broken. You are being broken open so that the light I placed inside you can finally shine through the cracks. There is a weariness in your bones that sleep cannot touch, a fatigue that goes beyond the physical and into the very marrow of your soul. You have been carrying the burdens of others, solving problems that weren't yours to solve, and trying to be the anchor for everyone else while you were drifting at sea yourself. I saw you when you reached your breaking point and still kept going because you felt you had no choice. I saw the moments of quiet desperation where you wondered if I had forgotten my promises to you. But hear me now, chosen one. I have not forgotten. I have been using this season of silence to refine your character and prepare your spirit for the weight of the glory that is coming. You are not behind in life. You are being perfectly positioned. You are not falling apart. You are falling into a divine alignment that will surpass anything you could have planned for yourself. Take a deep breath right now and let the tension leave your neck and shoulders. I am the God who sees, and I am stepping into your story to turn your mourning into dancing. Your season of hidden pain is coming to an end, and your season of public vindication is about to begin. My child, let us talk about the heavy yoke you have been carrying regarding your livelihood and your place in this world. I know the knots that tighten in your stomach when you look at the numbers on a screen, the way your breath hitches when another unexpected expense arises like a phantom in the night. You feel as though you are walking a thin, frayed tightrope over a vast canyon, and every gust of wind from the world's uncertainty threatens to knock you off balance. You have worked so hard, poured your sweat, your tears, and your late nights into dreams that seem to be stuck in the mud, spinning their wheels while the world passes you by. I have seen you crunching numbers until your eyes grew weary, trying to make ends meet, and wondering if the day will ever come when you don't have to choose between your peace and your survival. This pressure is not just about currency. It is a weight on your dignity, a cloud over your joy, and a shadow that follows you even into your moments of rest. But I want you to look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, yet I feed them. Are you not much more valuable than they? The lack you feel right now is not your final destination. It is merely a valley you are passing through. I am the God of more than enough, and I am already working in the unseen realms to rearrange the resources of this world in your favor. I know the stagnation you feel in your career, the biting sense that you are invisible in a crowded room or a cold marketplace. You see others moving ahead seemingly with less effort and far less integrity, and you wonder if my justice has somehow passed you by. You feel behind, as if the clock of your life is ticking toward an end you weren't prepared for. But listen to my voice, child. My timing is not dictated by the systems of man or the calendars of the earth. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am the one who shuts doors to protect you from paths that would lead to your spiritual ruin. The delay you have experienced was never a denial. It was a period of holy preparation. I have been strengthening your character in the secret place so that when the abundance comes, it will not crush you. You are being built to handle the weight of a massive blessing. If I had given it to you sooner, the pressure might have broken you. Now, however, your foundation is deep and your spirit is ready. Your breakthrough is not just coming. It is already in motion, weaving through the circumstances of your life to find its way to you at the perfect moment. Come now, my precious one, take a deep breath with me. Inhale my peace and exhale the suffocating grip of worry. Do it again. Breathe in the assurance of my provision and breathe out the fear of not enough. I am the great provider, and I have never let my righteous ones be forsaken or their children beg for bread. I am the architect of your destiny, and I did not bring you this far to leave you in the wilderness of lack. The mountains of debt and the walls of stagnation that stand before you today are nothing more than dust in the wind of my spirit. I am removing the heavy yoke from your shoulders right now. I am replacing your anxiety with a supernatural confidence that defies logic. You may not see the way out yet, but I am the way. I am already preparing the hearts of people who will favor you, aligning the contracts that will sustain you, and clearing the path for the wealth of the wicked to be transferred into your hands. Rest in me. The battle for your provision is mine, and I have already won. Remember, you are a chosen one, and because of this, the world will often feel like a foreign land to you. The methods that work for others will not always work for you because you are operating under a different economy, the economy of heaven. You cannot compare your progress to those who do not walk with me. Your journey is unique and your rewards will be eternal. The struggles you face in your finances and your purpose are not punishments. They are the heat of the furnace that is refining your gold. I am stripping away your dependence on the systems of this world so that when your harvest arrives, everyone will know it was by my hand alone. You will be a living testimony of my grace. Do not look at the storm, look at me. I am walking on the waves that you fear, and I am calling you to come out to me. Your future is secure and your household is under my divine insurance. The famine in your life is over. The rain of my favor is beginning to fall. Have you noticed, my child, how the world around you has begun to feel different lately? Have you felt that strange, inexplicable vibration in your spirit, as if the very air is thick with a message you can almost decipher but cannot yet put into words? I have seen you pausing in the middle of a busy day, gripped by a sudden wave of intuition or a feeling that the veil between the physical and the spiritual is thinning. You have been experiencing moments of intense déjà vu or a sudden sharp clarity about people's true intentions that you never had before. This is not your imagination, and it is certainly not a sign of a wandering mind. It is I tuning the instrument of your soul to a higher frequency. You are being awakened to a level of spiritual sensitivity that many will never know. I am sharpening your discernment because the path ahead requires you to see not just with your eyes, but with your heart. You have felt an unexplained urge to withdraw, to seek silence, and to step away from the noise of the crowd. Listen to that urge, for in the stillness I am teaching you the language of the Spirit. I have seen your eyes widen when you glance at the clock and see those repeating numbers staring back at you once again. You see 11, 11, 4, 44, or 12, 12 so often that it has moved beyond coincidence into the realm of the miraculous. These are my digital fingerprints upon your day, gentle taps on your shoulder to remind you that I am present, that I am the master architect of time, and that you are perfectly on schedule. These numbers are breadcrumbs I leave on your path to reassure you that you are not lost even when the forest of life feels dark and dense. And what of your dreams? My beloved, I have seen you wake up with your heart racing, the fragments of vivid technicolor visions still clinging to your mind. I am speaking to you while you sleep, bypassing the walls of your logic to plant seeds of warning and maps of destiny in your subconscious. I am showing you battles won in the heavenly realms and doors opening in distant lands. Do not dismiss these coincidences as mere luck or random brain activity. They are my way of whispering to you that the universe is conspiring in your favor and that my protective hand is guiding your every move. This heightened sensitivity is also why you have felt such a deep, visceral reaction to certain environments and people lately. You can feel the heaviness in a room before a word is even spoken. You can sense the hidden sorrow in a stranger or the deceit behind a friendly smile. This spiritual radar is a gift I have bestowed upon you for your protection. I am teaching you how to navigate the unseen currents of energy that surround you. When you feel a sudden random prompting to pray for someone or an intuitive no, regarding a new opportunity, that is my spirit acting as your internal compass. You are being trained to hear my still small voice amidst the cacophony of the world. Do not fear this new level of awareness, though it may feel overwhelming at times and though it may make you feel different or isolated from those around you. Remember that I have set you apart. You are being fine-tuned for a specific mission that requires a soul that is awake and a spirit that is alert. Embrace the signs, for they are the love letters I send to assure you that your Father is always watching, always leading, and always protecting His chosen one. My child, let me lift the veil from your eyes so you can see the truth of why the path has been so steep and the winds so fierce lately. You have wondered why you seem to be a magnet for conflict, why doors slam shut just as you reach for the handle, and why shadows seem to dance at the edges of your most hopeful moments. You must understand that there is an enemy who operates in the darkness, a thief who does not waste his time breaking into empty houses. He has targeted you precisely because of the treasure I have placed within your soul. Your light is not a mere flicker. It is a radiant beacon that pierces through the gloom of this world, and that light is a direct defense to the kingdom of darkness. Every time you choose kindness over bitterness, every time you pray through your pain, and every time you refuse to give up, you send shockwaves through the unseen realms. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being targeted because your potential is a profound threat to the plans of the wicked. The resistance you feel is the ultimate proof of your progress. I have seen the unlucky streaks that have left you bewildered and exhausted. I saw the sudden mechanical failure when you finally saved a little money, the unexpected sickness that sidelined you from an important opportunity, and the petty arguments that drained your peace for no reason at all. These are not coincidences, nor are they a sign that I have turned my back on you. They are the desperate, frantic attempts of an invisible adversary to discourage you before you reach the threshold of your greatest breakthrough. The enemy knows that if he can make you weary, he can steal your vision. He wants you to believe that you are cursed, that you are a failure, and that your God has forgotten you. But I am telling you today, those lies are the last gasps of a defeated foe. The very fact that you are experiencing this friction is the greatest evidence that you are moving in the right direction. If you were no threat to the shadows, they would leave you in peace. But you are a child of the Most High and heir to the kingdom, and your very existence is a declaration of holy war against the darkness. Do not fear the shadows, for they cannot exist where my light is present. I am the Lord of hosts, the commander of heaven's armies, and I have already set an ambush for the one who seeks your downfall. While the enemy was plotting your destruction, I was plotting your deliverance. While he was trying to bind you in chains of despair, I was using that very pressure to forge a spirit within you that is unbreakable. You are being trained in the heat of battle to become a warrior of the spirit, one who does not flinch when the storm rages. I have permitted this season of testing not to destroy you, but to reveal to you the authority you carry in my name. You have a power within you that makes the darkness tremble, a resilience that is being perfected in the furnace of affliction. I am calling you to stand tall, to lift your head, and to recognize that the battle belongs to me. The enemy may send his best shot, but it will never be enough to overcome the shield of my favor that surrounds you. You are being built, not broken. Every tear you have shed under the weight of this spiritual warfare has been recorded, and I am turning those tears into a flood of vindication. The enemy meant it for your harm, but I am already flipping the script to use it for your greatest good. Imagine your life is like a container. I am emptying out the negative, the worry, the shame, the false accusations to make room for the joy and the creativity that are about to overflow. You are entering a season where the arrows of the adversary will no longer find their mark, because you have learned to hide yourself in the shadow of my wings. Trust my timing and my protection. The very thing that was meant to stop you is about to push you forward into a new level of your destiny. Stay focused on my voice, for I am the rock upon which you stand, and no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. My beloved, do you understand what it truly means to be a chosen one? It is not a title of vanity or a badge of effortless luck, but a code written into the very fabric of your soul. A seal of ownership that sets you apart from the rhythms of the world. You have often felt like a stranger in your own skin, a misfit among the masses, wondering why you cannot simply find satisfaction in the hollow things that others chase so blindly. This is because I have placed a divine restlessness within you, a holy hunger that only my presence can satisfy. You are not behind in life. You are being built according to a blueprint that is not of this earth. While others are being constructed quickly like houses of straw, I am building you like a cathedral of stone, slowly, meticulously, and with a foundation that can withstand the fiercest of tempests. You are being set apart for a purpose so vast that your current mind cannot yet conceive its magnitude. Every moment of isolation you have felt was not abandonment. It was my way of drawing you into the secret place where I could etch my law upon your heart and prepare you for the weight of the glory you are destined to carry. I want you to reconsider the pain that has etched lines upon your spirit. You have often seen your struggles as evidence of my absence, but I tell you today that they are the very evidence of my selection. I do not give big assignments to small people. The intensity of your fire is directly proportional to the importance of your mission. I am the potter and you are the clay in my hands. Every pinch, every press, and every turn of the wheel that feels like it is tearing you apart is actually shaping you into a vessel of honor. I don't always deliver you from the fire. Sometimes I take you through the fire to make you fireproof. There is a specific strength that can only be forged in the heat of difficulty, a maturity of character that cannot be taught in the sun-drenched meadows of ease. Suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces a hope that will never put you to shame. You are not breaking, you are becoming. You are shedding the skin of who you thought you were to reveal the masterpiece I have always known you to be. Trust the hands of the Maker, for I know exactly how much pressure your spirit can bear. Remember the nature of the war you are fighting, for the code of the Chosen One requires you to see with spiritual eyes. Your battle is not against the flesh and blood that stand before you. It is not against the employer who overlooks you, the partner who neglects you, or the friend who betrays you. These are merely the instruments the darkness uses to distract you from the true battlefield. We wrestle against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. But do not let this cause your heart to fail, for your selection includes a promise of ultimate victory. I have equipped you with an armor that the world cannot pierce. When the enemy whispers, "It's too late, you'll never get well, you'll never be enough," that is the moment you must remain silent to the world and speak only to me. Your words are like seeds. Do not dig them up by speaking negativity or doubt. Instead, declare that you are strong in the Lord and in the power of my might. This rigorous training you are undergoing is your entrance exam for the much that I am about to entrust to your care. You have been tested in the little things, the hidden integrity, the silent endurance, the choosing of love when hate was easier. Because you have remained faithful in the shadows, the light of the public square is being prepared for you. You are being aligned with a higher order of existence where your will and my will become one. The pressure you feel is not there to stop you. It is there to push you forward into a new level of your destiny. On the other side of this difficulty is a version of yourself you have only dared to dream of. Yield to the process, my child. Yielding sounds like weakness to the world, but in my kingdom it is the highest form of strength. It is the posture that says, "I am not in charge, but the one who loves me is." Rest in that truth, for the code is active, the seal is set, and the outcome is already decided in your favor. My precious child, even as I speak these words, a divine restructuring is taking place in the atmosphere around you. I have seen the arrows of anxiety that have been fired at your mind and the spirit of heaviness that has tried to settle in your home. But today I declare that an invisible, impenetrable shield has been established over your household, your children, and every endeavor you lay your hands upon. I have stationed my angels at your gates, and I have drawn a line in the spirit that the enemy is forbidden to cross. You may hear the thunder of the storm, and you may see the shadows flickering in the distance, but they cannot enter your sanctuary of peace. This shield is not made of wood or stone, but of the very light of my presence and the authority of my word. It is a hedge of protection that guards your coming and your going, ensuring that while 1,000 may fall at your side, it shall not come near you. Your peace is being restored, your sleep will be sweet once more, and the chaotic vibrations of the world will no longer be able to disrupt the frequency of my grace in your heart. I am surrounding your finances, your health, and your relationships with a holy fire that burns away every curse and every assignment of the adversary. This is a moment of profound spiritual alignment, and I want you to anchor this truth deep within your subconscious. I am calling together a remnant of light bearers, and your presence here is a vital part of this grand design. If you can feel the warmth of my protection beginning to envelope you, do not remain a silent observer. I invite you now to confirm your faith by pressing the like button and subscribe to this channel. By joining this family of believers, you are signaling to the heavens that you accept this divine mantle and that you are ready to walk in the authority of the chosen. This is not a mere click. It is an act of agreement with my spirit. When you align yourself with this community of light, you strengthen the collective shield that protects the children of God from the deceptive whispers of the darkness. Do not hesitate, for as you reach out in faith, I am reaching down to lock the gates of your destiny against every force of lack and despair. Together as one body, we are building a fortress that the world cannot overcome, and your participation is the key that activates this promise in your personal life. Understand, my child, that this shield is not just for your comfort, but for your victory. It is a mobile fortress that moves with you into every room, every meeting, and every difficult conversation. When people look at you, they will sense a calm they cannot explain. They will see a favor they cannot understand. The trouble that once terrified you is now becoming the very fuel for your advancement. The obstacle that stood in your way is now being transformed into a stepping stone under the power of my protection. You are covered by the blood that speaks better things, and you are hidden in the hollow of my hand. The enemy can send his best shot. He can try to stir up strife or financial lack, but because your house is built upon the rock, it will never be shaken. The shield is active, the perimeter is secure. You can rest now, knowing that the one who watches over Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. You are protected, you are preserved, and you are prepared for the wonders I am about to perform in your sight. I have put a wall of fire around you and my glory in your midst. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment I shall condemn. You are safe in me. Do you wonder, my child, why this voice has found you at this precise tick of the clock and not a day earlier or a moment later? Why, amidst the billions of signals traveling through the airwaves, this specific frequency reached your ears? Just as your heart was beginning to lose its rhythm, it is because you have reached the intersection of my providence and your preparation. You have spent months, perhaps years, in the waiting room of life, feeling as though you were stuck in a loop of repetitive trials and unanswered questions. But I tell you, that season was not a delay. It was a divine calibration. The world is currently undergoing a massive shifting of energies, a great shaking where the foundations of the old are crumbling to make way for the new. You are being positioned right now because the world needs the light I have forged in you. If I had brought you to this stage before you were refined, the pressure would have scattered your focus. But now you are ready. You are the answer to the prayers of others, and this moment is the appointed time I promised long ago. Look around you and notice the patterns of synchronicity that have begun to emerge. The way a name you haven't thought of in years suddenly appears, or how a problem that seemed insurmountable yesterday suddenly finds a small, flickering solution today. This is not luck. It is the alignment of my celestial clock. I am weaving the threads of your life into a tapestry of purpose that stretches far beyond your current horizon. You are witnessing the great synchronicity where my spirit moves in the background to ensure that the right people, the right resources, and the right revelations all arrive at your doorstep simultaneously. You have been mourning the things that were too late, but in my kingdom nothing is ever late. I am the God who redeems time, the one who can pack a lifetime of progress into a single day of favor. This message is the sign that the gears of your destiny have finally locked into place. The stillness you felt was the breath before the breakthrough, the silence before the song. This leads me to a crucial moment in our conversation. I have revealed these truths to you because I trust you with the mysteries of my kingdom. But faith is not a passive emotion. It is a spiritual action. If you can feel the truth of this synchronicity vibrating in your soul, if you believe that I am working behind the scenes for your good, even when the path looks crooked, then do not remain silent. I am calling you to step forward and anchor this revelation in the physical realm. Type "I believe" in the comments right now to signal to the heavens that you are in total agreement with this divine timing. By doing this, you are not just typing words. You are planting a seed of certainty in the fertile soil of your future. Let the world know that you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a partner in my divine plan. Do not let doubt steal this moment of alignment. The urgency of this now cannot be overstated. You are standing on a threshold that only opens once in a lifetime. Many people hear my voice but choose to ignore it, preferring the familiar comfort of their chains to the unknown glory of their freedom. But you are different. You are the chosen one who stayed awake while others slept. You are the one who kept your lamp trimmed and burning through the long night of the soul. This is why the message is here today, to tell you that the door is unlocked. You no longer need to bang on the gates of heaven, they are already swinging wide on their hinges. Every difficulty you faced, every no you received, and every person who walked away was simply my way of ensuring you were standing at the right gate at the right time. Your history of pain is being converted into a legacy of power. Rest in the knowledge that everything is happening exactly as it should. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I have already seen the beautiful conclusion of this chapter of your life. My child, listen with the ears of your spirit, for the next 24 hours are not merely another rotation of the earth, but a window of spectacular reversal in your life. Even as the sun sets and rises again, I am setting into motion a series of events that will serve as the first visible fruits of my divine intervention. You have been waiting for a sign, a flicker of light at the end of a long, dark tunnel, and I am telling you today that the wait is over. Within the next day, you will witness a subtle yet profound shift in the atmosphere surrounding your most pressing concern. It may arrive as a sudden, inexplicable sense of peace that descends upon you like a soft blanket, or a random thought that provides the missing piece to a puzzle you've been struggling to solve for months. Do not dismiss these moments, for I have given my angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. And they are even now standing at the intersections of your tomorrow, redirecting the paths of those who intended you harm, and clearing the way for those who bring my favor. You are entering a zone of divine protection where the arrows of the enemy will miss their mark, and the blessings of the Father will find their home. Keep your eyes open, my beloved, for I am speaking to you through the mundane and the miraculous alike. Within this 24-hour window, expect a message that breaks a long silence, perhaps a phone call from someone you thought had forgotten you, or an email that carries news you have been dreading, only to find that the outcome has been miraculously flipped in your favor. I am moving in the hearts of those who hold authority over your situation. Where there was once a no, there shall be a yes. Where there was once a wall, there shall be a doorway. This reversal is my way of showing you that I am still on the throne and that your name is written on the palms of my hands. You may wake up tomorrow with a physical lightness you haven't felt in years, as if the invisible weights have been lifted from your chest. This is the physical manifestation of my spirit moving through your life, sweeping away the cobwebs of despair and replacing them with the fresh air of hope. I am the God of the sudden turnaround, and your suddenly has arrived. As you move through this next day, I want you to walk with a different posture. No longer walk as a victim of the storm, but as a ruler over the waves. If you encounter a small obstacle, do not let it shake your resolve. Instead, see it as the last desperate attempt of the shadows to block your path. I am orchestrating a divine coincidence that will occur before this time tomorrow, a meeting, a conversation, or a revelation that will confirm everything I am whispering to you now. Pay attention to the quiet prompts of your heart. If I tell you to go a different way, to call a certain person, or to simply sit in silence, obey me, for your obedience is the key that unlocks this immediate reversal. I am turning your mourning into dancing and your shame into double honor. The enemy thought he had you cornered, but I have used his own trap to catapult you into a higher level of my grace. Rest tonight in the absolute certainty that when you open your eyes tomorrow, the world will look different. Because I have gone before you to make the crooked places straight and the rough places smooth. This spectacular reversal is not just about your comfort. It is a sign to the world that you belong to me. I am vindicating you in the sight of those who doubted you and those who worked against you. By this time tomorrow, you will have a reason to smile that you didn't have today. It may be a small victory, a financial seed, a healing touch, or a restored connection, but it is the first drop of a coming downpour. Do not be afraid of the news or the noise of the world, for the shield is set and the angels are on guard. You are covered by my promise that no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. Take a deep breath and let the anticipation of my goodness fill your lungs. The next 24 hours will be a testament to my faithfulness. I am the Lord who heals you, the Lord who provides for you, and the Lord who fights your battles. The reversal has begun. My child, I have walked with you through the dry and dusty valleys where every penny felt like a battle, and every bill felt like a mountain standing between you and your peace. I have seen the nights you sat with your head in your hands, staring at numbers that wouldn't add up, wondering where the provision I promised had gone. Hear me now, I have seen every sacrifice you made, every time you gave out of your own lack to help another, and every moment you chose integrity over a dishonest gain. Your faithfulness in the famine has reached my throne, and I am here to tell you that the season of not enough is being swallowed up by the season of more than enough. I am the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the gold and silver are mine. I am not just a God who provides for your needs. I am the God of the overflow. I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. This is not a mere temporary fix or a lucky break. This is a divine restructuring of your heritage. I am changing the very DNA of your finances from one of struggle to one of stewardship and abundance. You have often asked me why I allowed the locusts to eat away at your hard-earned progress in years past. Why did the investment fail? Why did the job end? Why did the thief come to steal your peace and your savings? I tell you today, I allowed that stripping away so that I could build a foundation in you that is not dependent on the systems of this world. I was making you fireproof. I was teaching you that I am your source, not your employer, not your bank, and not your economy. Now that you have learned to trust me in the dark, I can trust you with the light of true wealth. I am preparing you to handle the weight of a massive blessing, for real abundance requires strong shoulders and a character of gold. I am getting you ready to be a conduit of my grace, a person who doesn't just have money, but one who has my heart for the world. The delays you experienced were not punishments. They were the construction of a larger storehouse. If I had given it to you when you were yet immature, the blessing would have become your idol. But now you are ready to be a distributor of my goodness. I am now issuing a decree of divine repayment over your life. I am going to restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the years of lost time, the years of stolen opportunities, and the years where your labor seemed to produce only thorns. I am calling in debts that are owed to you from places you have forgotten. I am moving in the hearts of people in high places to look upon your name with favor and to release resources that have been held up by the enemy's interference. Expect provision to come from unexpected channels, an inheritance you didn't know existed, a settlement that was previously denied, or a creative idea that will generate wealth while you sleep. I am the God who can make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. You don't have to worry about how it will happen. That is my responsibility. Your responsibility is to come into agreement with my word. Stop saying I am broke or I am struggling. Start saying I am well supplied by the King of Kings. Your words are seeds. Do not dig them up with negative speech. This financial shift is tied to your spiritual maturity. As you yield to my spirit, the doors of prosperity will swing open of their own accord. I am not bringing you into wealth so you can live in vanity, but so you can fulfill the destiny I have written for you before the foundation of the world. You are a chosen one, and your resources will be used to build my kingdom and to lift the heavy yokes off the shoulders of others. I am giving you a divine insurance over your household. The thief may have come to steal, but I have come to give you life in all its fullness. The cycle of generational poverty is being broken in your bloodline right now. Your children will not know the lack you knew. They will walk in the overflow of the covenant I am establishing with you today. Trust my timing, for I know the exact moment to release the harvest, so that it produces the greatest impact. The rain is starting to fall on your parched ground. Open your hands and receive the abundance that I have reserved for this very moment in history. My child, let us speak of the empty spaces in your life, the voices that have gone silent, the friends who have drifted away, and the people you once leaned on who suddenly vanished when your journey became difficult. I know the sting of that abandonment. I have felt the ache in your heart when you realized that those you fought for were not willing to fight for you. You have wondered if you did something wrong, if your personality was too much, or if your light was not enough to keep them by your side. But I want you to look at those departures through my eyes. I am the great gardener of your soul, and I have been pruning your life with a precision that only love can command. Some people were only meant to be a seasonal bridge, not a permanent destination. When they walked away, it wasn't because they were bad or you were failed. It was because their assignment in your life had reached its expiration date. If I had allowed them to stay, they would have become an anchor that kept you moored in a harbor I am calling you to leave. I am clearing the deck of your ship so that you can catch the winds of the new season I am blowing into your life. Do not weep for what I have removed for your protection. There are those who were removed not because their time was up, but because I saw the poison in their hearts that you were too kind to notice. I saw the conversations they had about you in secret rooms, the subtle ways they tried to dim your shine, and the jealousy that was quietly suffocating your growth. I am your shield, and that includes shielding you from the influence of those who do not truly wish you well. You are entering a level of your destiny where you cannot afford to have leaks in your inner circle. I am performing a divine surgery on your social life, cutting out the toxic attachments that were draining your energy and distracting your focus. When a door closes in a relationship, I am the one holding the handle. I am protecting you from betrayals you didn't see coming and from delays that would have cost you your purpose. I am separating the wheat from the chaff, ensuring that only those who are aligned with your future remain by your side. Trust my hand in this purging. It may feel lonely for a moment, but that loneliness is actually a holy isolation, a sanctuary where I can speak to you without the interference of voices that don't know your worth. But know this, my precious one, I never take something away without intending to replace it with something far better. The vacuum created by those who left is not meant to stay empty. I am even now preparing the hearts of divine helpers and spiritual angels in human form, who will walk into your life in this next chapter. These are people who will not just love you, but will respect the calling I have placed upon you. They will be the ones who hold up your arms when you are tired, who speak life into your dreams, and who recognize the gold inside of you without trying to steal it. You are about to be surrounded by a community of light bearers who speak the language of faith and understand the code of the chosen. I am bringing mentors who will open doors for you, friends who will sharpen you like iron sharpens iron, and a tribe that will feel like the family you've always prayed for. The isolation was a test of your dependence on me. The new connections will be the reward for your faithfulness. Do not look back at the people who walked away. They belong to a version of you that no longer exists. Keep your gaze fixed on the horizon, for the people who are coming are equipped to handle the weight of the person you are becoming. Let go of the bitterness and the what-ifs. Forgive them not because they deserve it, but because your spirit needs to be light for the flight ahead. I am healing the trauma of rejection right now. I am pouring the oil of my spirit into the wounds left by those who misunderstood you. You are not unlovable or too much. You are simply set apart. As you step into this new season, you will find that my favor attracts the right hearts and repels the wrong ones automatically. You no longer need to strive to be liked or to fit in. You are a citizen of heaven, and your true home is among those who see the King in you. Take a deep breath and release the ghosts of your past. I am making all things new. The purging is over, the gathering is about to begin. I am surrounding you with a wall of fire and a circle of true witnesses. Rest in the knowledge that every departure was a deliverance, and every arrival will be an advancement. You are safe, you are loved, and you are finally in the right company for the glory that is to come. My beloved, you have spent so long wondering if your life would ever be more than a series of chores, a cycle of survival, and a struggle for stability. But I am whispering to you today that you were not created to simply pay bills and then fade away. You were fashioned in the secret place with a blueprint that the world has tried to bury under the rubble of reality. There is a fire within you that has never truly gone out, despite the floods of disappointment that have tried to quench it. That fire is your life mission, a divine assignment that only you can fulfill. You are not a random accident of biology. You are a solution to a problem that exists in this generation. I have gifted you with a unique blend of empathy, wisdom, and resilience that was forged in the very battles you wanted to escape. Your mission is not just a career or a hobby. It is the manifestation of my glory through your unique soul. I am now turning the key in the lock of your potential. The hidden season is over, and I am calling you to step out of the shadows and into the assignment I wrote for you before the foundation of the world. Think back, my child, to the things that have always made your heart ache, and the dreams that refuse to leave you even in your darkest hours. I saw you as a child dreaming of things that seemed impossible for someone in your position. Those weren't just childhood fantasies, they were echoes of your true purpose. Every scar you carry is a credential for the mission ahead. You will be a voice for those who have no voice. You will be a healer for those who are broken in the same places you once were. Because you have known the depth of loneliness, you will know how to bring others into the light. Because you have survived the furnace of lack, you will lead others to the storehouses of my provision. You are being transformed from a victim into a victor, and from a victor into a guide. I am opening your eyes to see the why behind your pain. It was the training ground for your destiny. You are not just being saved for your own sake. You are being saved to become a vessel of salvation for many. As this mission begins to unfold, you will notice a new authority in your voice and a new clarity in your mind. I am removing the mental fog that has kept you indecisive for years. You will suddenly know which way to turn and which doors to knock on. The resources you need to fulfill this mission are already being released. They are following your obedience. I don't give the map to those who refuse to move. I give it to those who take the first step in faith. If you believe that you are a chosen one with a mission that is bigger than yourself, do not keep that conviction to yourself. I invite you to join this spiritual family one last time by pressing the like button and subscribe to this channel. Signal your agreement with the heavens that you are ready to be used by the King. Your mission is starting now, and I am with you every step of the way, providing the strength when yours fails and the words when you are silent. This is the moment of your grand unveiling. The world may have known you as someone who was struggling, someone who was unlucky, or someone who was behind. But I am rebranding you today as a light bearer. You will find yourself in rooms you didn't think you belonged in, talking to people who once ignored you and solving problems that once baffled you. My favor will be your resume and my peace will be your shield. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving with a purpose that transcends time. The next few months will be a whirlwind of discovery as you uncover the gifts I have hidden deep within your spirit. Do not be afraid of your own greatness, for it is not your own, it is mine shining through you. You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Stand tall. Chosen one, for your mission has been unlocked and the world is waiting for the unique light that only you can bring. My child, I ask you now to be still. If you are able, close your eyes and let the weight of the world fall from your shoulders. Take a deep, slow breath, and as you exhale, release the last remnants of the fear that has tried to call you its own. I am reaching out from the throne of eternity to touch you right where you are. I am placing my hand upon your head, and I am beginning to pour a liquid gold of my spirit over you from the crown of your head to the very soles of your feet. I pray over you now, not as one who asks, but as the one who decrees. I decree that every chain of generational trauma, every link of financial lack, and every cord of silent depression is shattered into 1,000 pieces this very moment. I am washing away the soot of the furnace and the dust of the desert. I am sealing your mind against the whispers of the accuser. I place my mark upon your forehead, a seal of divine ownership that tells every dark force in the universe, this one belongs to me. Touch not my anointed. I am healing the fractures in your heart, sewing back together the pieces that were torn by betrayal and filling those empty spaces with a peace that surpasses all human understanding. I seal your hands today, my precious one. I decree that everything you touch shall begin to prosper with a supernatural momentum. I break the spirit of toil and replace it with the spirit of favor. Your labor will no longer be in vain. Your ideas will no longer be ignored, and your efforts will no longer be stolen by those who did not sow. I seal your feet that you may walk upon the heights and not stumble in the dark. Every step you take from this moment forward is ordered by my wisdom and protected by my power. I am sealing your household, the walls, the doors, and the very air within your home. I am drawing a circle of holy fire around your family, ensuring that no plague, no sickness, and no spirit of discord can find a foothold. I seal your bank accounts and your resources, commanding the devourer to stay away from your harvest. I am reclaiming everything the enemy thought he had permanently taken from you, and I am stamping it with the seal of restored and multiplied. You are no longer vulnerable. You are a fortified city, a garden enclosed, a treasure hidden in the hollow of my hand. Receive this light into the deepest marrow of your bones. I am sealing your identity as a victor, not a victim. I am erasing the old labels of forsaken, struggling, and lonely, and I am etching into your spirit the names beloved, chosen, and protected. This prayer is not just words, it is a spiritual transaction that is being recorded in the courts of heaven. The seal is permanent, the covenant is blood-bought, the protection is absolute. I have hemmed you in behind and before, and I have laid my hand upon you. No shadow can penetrate this light. No weapon can pierce this shield. You are covered by the wings of the Almighty, and under my feathers you shall find refuge. The battle you fought yesterday is the last battle of that kind you will ever have to face, for I have stepped in as your champion. Rest in this seal. Breathe in this certainty. The work is finished, the promise is locked, and your victory is secured for all eternity. Now, my child, as you prepare to move back into the world of noise and earthly demands, know that our conversation does not end with the silence of this video. This message is not merely a collection of sounds or a passing thought. It is a living, breathing seed of divinity that I have planted in the deepest, most sacred soil of your spirit. Even after you lay your device aside and close your eyes, my voice will continue to resonate through the corridors of your subconscious like a persistent melody. I will be there in the quiet pauses between your breaths, guiding your decisions with an intuition that is not your own, and softening the hearts of those you encounter. This is the moment where the old you is left behind and the new you forged in the fire of my love begins to walk. The spiritual shift has been completed and the atmosphere around you has been cleared of the debris of your past. You are now a carrier of my presence, a living testimony that I am still the God who performs wonders. This is not the conclusion, but the grand opening of a destiny so vast it will ripple through generations. Hold on to this peace as if it were your very life, for it is the anchor that will keep you steady as you sail into the glorious unknown. To permanently lock this prophecy into your life and to fully activate the shield of protection I have placed upon you, I give you the final key of agreement. Do not leave this sanctuary without marking this moment with an act of faith. Type Amen or I receive in the comments right now to signal to the heavens that you are in total harmony with my decree. By doing so, you are not merely engaging with a screen, you are striking a match in the darkness and claiming the abundance that is rightfully yours. This is your moment of bold declaration. And as you step forward into this life of purpose, I invite you to remain part of this community of chosen ones. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a final seal of your commitment to this journey of light. Your participation is a vital thread in the tapestry of my plan for this world. Never forget that you are protected, you are provided for, and you are cherished beyond measure. Walk with your head held high, for the King of the universe is your Father, and the path ahead of you is paved with my favor. I will continue to speak to you in the silence, I will guide you in the storm, and I will meet you in your dreams tonight to unveil the next steps of your magnificent transformation. It is done, and it is very good.